There are stars. And then there are storms. Timothée Chalamet didn't just enter Hollywood. He washed over it like a wave nobody saw coming. With Dune, he didn't just lead a sci-fi epic. He carried the weight of an entire generation's cinematic expectations on his shoulders, in his eyes, in every quiet pause. This isn't just a movie breakdown. It's the story of how Chalamet, fragile, fearless, and fascinating, transformed into something Hollywood desperately needed. A real leading man in the age of artificial stars. You're watching StarShock. Let's dive into the storm. Let's be honest. When people heard Timothée Chalamet was cast as Paul Atreides, the heir to House Atreides, savior of a desert planet, the messiah of a civilization, they had doubts. Too soft, too skinny, too artsy. This wasn't an action hero. This was the guy who cried in Call Me By Your Name. But here's the twist. That's exactly why it worked. Because Dune was never about muscle. It's about destiny, doubt, death. And Timothée brings those things like a storm in slow motion. In every frame, he doesn't act tough, he lets fear live on his face. He's not larger than life. He's painfully human. And that's what made Dune feel real again. Hollywood's built on formula. Muscle-bound leads, explosions, one-liners. But Chalamet? He broke every rule. He doesn't chase blockbusters, he reshapes them. He doesn't post shirtless pics on Instagram, he posts poems. He's not screaming for attention, he's whispering. And people lean in. In Dune, his silence is his sword. Every look is calculated. Every word measured. He's a new kind of star. Not above you, but inside the moment. And let's be real, in a sea of franchise fatigue, Timothée made Dune feel dangerous again. Frank Herbert's Dune was never just sci-fi. It was philosophy, religion, politics, prophecy. Casting Paul Atreides was always going to be risky. You needed someone who felt like he didn't belong yet somehow had to lead. And that's Chalamet's specialty. He's never the alpha. He's the anomaly. In Dune, he doesn't yell to be heard. He just walks through the chaos like he's already seen it before. That quiet dread, that internal war, Timothée made it believable. Because he's not pretending to carry a legacy. He is carrying one in real life. When Dune dropped in 2021, even the skeptics admitted it. Chalamet crushed it. Reviews praised his restraint, his balance, his ability to let the world speak through him. One critic wrote, "He doesn't command the screen, he haunts it." And let's not forget, this wasn't an easy gig. Big budget, fan expectations, a legacy stretching back to the 1965 novel. And yet, Timothée made it feel new, modern, intimate. He didn't play Paul like a hero, but that's just the beginning. Because Dune didn't just elevate Chalamet, it positioned him as the face of a new cinematic era. In part 2, we'll explore how Timothée is rewriting the rules of fame. Why Dune Part 2 could change everything.